Everybody's doing fine.
Okay, we are live from the Happy Place Studios in Troutdale, Oregon. Welcome to the Picking Your Toenails show here on Monday night. Welcome into the room, Imagine Your Odyssey. And Jason T. Hey, Jason, did you sign a permission slip to be here? It's good to see you. Hey, welcome anybody coming over from RV Kidz TV, Endless RVing. Good to see you. Steve Turtle, good to see you. Jen Jewell is live with us tonight. We're going to talk about some of the things that happened this weekend there, Miss Jen. Is he allowed? That's the question. Bob from Blue Wave, it's good to see you. We're going to get some introductions out of the way, and then we're going to get into tonight's agenda, as it were. Hey, if you are new to the Happy Place Diaries, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button sometime during the show or after the show. Don't forget to leave that thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, hit that thumbs down twice. POA, Proceeding Onward in America, good to see you. Daydream About Nice Things, good to see you. Corey from the Northwoods RV Life, great to have you with us tonight. Steve Turtle, think I mentioned you, but you are here too. And Beyond Beauty, good to have you with us. See, scroll up real quick. Who do we miss? Jerry Holly, J. Charles Outdoors. It's great to have you with us on this Monday night celebrating President's Day. So for those of you that didn't go out to the big President's Day party tonight, thanks for hanging out with us. Barefoot Adventures, I see you here. And Day's Great Adventure, it's great to see you here. And Miss Barbara Carter is in the house. Hopefully she brought Ricky with her. Anyway, we're going to catch you as you come in, and it's good to see you all here with us tonight. Remember that we have new content every Wednesday and Sunday, and then our live streams every Monday. If you haven't checked out the rest of the Happy Place Diaries, I highly encourage you to do so. Actually, I'm just asking very nicely that you would do so. Our Epic RV Adventure and Deborah Cadabra, welcome to the Picking Our Toenails live show tonight. And before anybody runs, we're not picking our toes. It's a kind of an inside joke. I always joke that, you go to some channels and it's some dude picking his toes and he's got, 3.5 million subscribers. So if we get to that point, we're going to start picking toes, I'm telling you. Let's go somewhere. Motorhome Travels, good to see you. Let's see. Make sure that you leave a comment. We love to hear from you. And again, hit that subscribe button. We certainly appreciate it. All right. So tonight's topic is camping in bad weather. Sorry about that. It must be the Amazon.
No. Hold on. How do you get data coming in? I don't know. Hi, Levi.
Apparently we're getting Girl Scout cookies at the door right now. So anyway, the show must go on. Lori Hackett, good to see you. Welcome in, Mary Lou North. Okay, camping in inclement or bad weather. And go ahead and leave your comments in the chat room because I want to know. I want to know what you think about camping in bad weather. And we've only got 5 things that we're going to talk about tonight. And then we are going to invite anybody that would like to jump in. Weekend RVing, good to see you. And we'll talk about camping in bad weather. So this last weekend, we were camping out at the Oregon coast. And Wandering Willie, good to see you. We are camped out at the Oregon coast. And the one thing that you can always guarantee at the Oregon coast is that you never know what the weather is going to be. We got down there Friday, the weather was good. Saturday, it rained all day long. And then Sunday, it was gorgeous in the morning. And right as we were leaving the coast, it started raining again. So you never know what you're going to get. But what we would encourage is don't let weather stop you, especially in the RV community, because in the RV community, you're camping in an RV and you're not too worried about having to pack up a wet tent and hanging out outside, unless, of course, you have one of those tent trailers and you have nowhere else to go. Fifth Wheel and Food and Fixin', good to see you. So we just encourage you to get out there and go. Let the RV take you out of the elements. And if you have an RV that's big enough, invite your friends over. Luckily, ours is, quite large, and we could seat people comfortably, have them in for dinner and playing games and whatnot. So tip number 1 is just to go. Tip number 2 is to go prepared. Have a good stock of games. We like to play card games and board games and stuff like that. Have a good selection of movies when you go, and that way you can always pop a movie in as you're enjoying the weather. And then, of course, snuggling up to a good book is always a great option. Love the sound. Love that one. Let's Go Somewhere Motorhome Travels. Love the sound. And we do too. We absolutely love it when it's raining, especially since our bed sits under the front cap. It's really nice because we get the rain and then it rolls right down that front cap, and it just makes an awesome sound. And we absolutely love hearing that. So can't agree with you more. Let's go somewhere. Tip number 3 is to, brush up on your cooking skills. We always have a lot of fun cooking in the RV. And when it's raining and you're not going to be outside cooking, gives you an option to use all of your cooking gadgets and whatnot inside the RV. And again, invite people over. RV for 4, good to see you. Welcome in. So cooking is a great option. Number 4, and I've mentioned it a couple times now, and that is to have friends, camp with a group of people. If you're going to go and it's bad weather and you're going to consider it misery, misery loves company. So bring a bunch of people along with you, and you'll really enjoy spending time with your friends out there. Jumping kind of back to number 2, look for things to do around the area that you might be able to get inside. This last weekend, we went up to a little town called Cannon Beach, and it was nice because even in the rain, you could walk around and go into all the little shops. I think we spent about 25 minutes watching a guy blow glass, and just a lot of fun. And then going out to lunch and just kind of making a day of it in town was a lot of fun, even though the weather was really gray and drizzly. And then, of course, we got back to camp and what's better? What's better than a good nap in the mid-afternoon, the rain falling, it's just great. So taking a nap. I guess this list is getting more than 5, but that's okay. Let's see here. New Horizons, welcome. It's okay. You could be on other pages as long as you come by. Nothing better. That's right. And I'm assuming that's MJ because Izzy doesn't type. But nothing better than a midday nap. We absolutely love that. We took. It was supposed to be about an hour and a half nap. Ended up being about 3 hours. All right, so we kind of left off on friends. Again, make sure that you're bringing your friends with you and having a really good time being out there with your friends. Meant to be RVing. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, Jen, it was a glorious, glorious nap. And it gives you a chance for everybody to go back to their RVs and have a little bit of, me time, sit there. Teresa took a nap. I sat there and read for about an hour, worked on a video and that kind of stuff. But just Captain Jack Scrapper, good to see you, matey. Just who's echoing? Oh, no echoing? Am I echoing? I shouldn't be echoing because I'm the only one talking. So until we get somebody to pop in. And then our final tip, and then we'll bring somebody in and we could talk about crappy weather camping. And that is plan ahead and have a plan B. And you always want to plan ahead. So you want to know what the weather is going to be like where you're going so that you can plan the activities. We camped at this campsite before down at Nehalem Bay, and there's like 70-mile-an-hour winds, and we had to get the heck out of there because there was trees snapping and whatnot. Oh, okay. And so anyway, we were out there with.
Sadie got out.
Come here, Bob.
He's poopy.
All right, I'm going to bring in my first guest now.
I'll change him.
Come here. And here's Mr. Levi, who's going on his first extended camping trip with us in the RV in June. What's back there? Huh? And so he's gonna become an RVer with us in June. Where were we? Plan ahead and have a plan B. See, Bob from Blue Wave says hi, Levi. You want to say hi? Can you wave? Can you wave at everybody? Huh? Can you wave at everybody? Huh? Papa's working it. Anyway. So, plan ahead, have your activities kind of planned. We knew we were going out to the beach. And so, going out to the beach, we always make sure that our games are stocked and we have enough beverages, if you know what I mean. Deborah says hi. Chasing Abnormal, hello all, and welcome in. And yeah. Here. You want that one? Huh? All right, so this is a game we play. He takes one off, I put one on. There we go. All right, so yeah, have a plan. I'm going to go ahead and let me. All right, if anybody would like to pop in, we'll get a panel going and we'll do that for a little bit. Happy place. yeah, blow it away. So before I'm going to go ahead and post this. And Camper Life, good to see you. So the reason that we got an RV is we were at this campground.
Let's go change your diaper.
And we were in a tent, and we had a small dog, and Teresa and I were in a tent, and so anyway, we were out there, and trees were snapping. Teresa said we're not having fun, so we left, went to the RV show, and that's how we got in. So, all right, I'll go ahead and bring these two knuckleheads in. That's right, you know what I'm talking about. And we're going to talk about.
I know.
Weather.
What is up,
Guys? So who we have over here is, let me how do I turn that off? There we go. All right, so we got over on the far side is Rocky from RV Kidz TV.
Yep.
And the arm that's attached to that face is Michael from Our Epic Adventures. And
Our
I believe
Epic
Jerry
RV Adventure? Thank you very much.
Oh, what's that?
Our Epic RV.
Our Epic RV.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's kind of like
That's
leaving
okay.
the off of the Ohio State. And
Yeah, but nobody cares about Ohio State, so that's different.
well, that's true.
So I'm trying to play around with my TV here. Check out the new logo.
Yeah, it's a cool logo.
I really like your new logo. I like it a lot.
One Strange Adventure, man.
Yeah.
I'm just playing with camera angles. So you're my live stream test.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be a guinea pig for you.
Wait, how is that we just get Aaron and I get off the live stream and now you two are on?
Hey, it's
Right. Can I need a
yeah. We had to put up with being in the back burner all the last hour, so we need our little fix there.
All right. So what do you guys, well, now, Michael, you're down in the Florida area still, correct?
Yes.
You got a weird delay,
That is
man.
correct.
You gotta keep feeding the hamster to make that Wi-Fi a little bit better. Get it
Campground
running on that
Wi-Fi.
wheel.
Yeah, I love the Wi-Fi.
So anyway, but Rocky, you're out there in Pennsylvania
Yeah.
in an undisclosed location.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you guys have your share. Pennsylvania is kind of like Oregon, where you get your share of rain in the fall and winter. Now you get those humid summers out there.
Yeah.
But any thoughts on or any good advice on bad weather camping? Now here's the thing before you get into that.
Yeah.
If you're a full-timer, you just have to suck it up if the weather's bad because you got nowhere else to go.
Right.
Right. If I pull up my weather.com and I see that the Oregon coast is, in tsunami season, I'm going to the mountain, so, but if you're, and I guess that rings true for full-timers, they just have to adjust their route, where they're going to be living for, to ride out the storm. But, for us weekend warriors, that dream of one day maybe loading up the RV and hitting the road so that we can actually live free. Anyway,
Well,
that's that.
I'll put a little 2 cents in so far. We're going to be doing we're taking a trial run with the full-time RVing from April to October. where we're going to be staying in Thousand Trails system, basically 3 weeks out of the 4, and then jump into a couple of our local state parks and stuff like that. But the one thing that I found last season that was super important when I'm looking at for a site is checking out what's above us. Trees, not just tree limbs as far as clearance for your rooftop, but looking at the tree itself and trying to determine whether or not, if you have a windstorm or you have a heavy rainstorm, is that limb going to end up on my roof or through my roof? And we had a very, very close encounter late in the season last year, where had my rig been about a foot to the left, we would have had it. It was probably about an 8-inch diameter limb. It would have definitely put a hole through our roof. So that's my biggest, now learning experience. Fortunately, it didn't hit our rig at all, but we want to make sure, that's the first thing when pulling in. Yeah, that might be the perfect spot. It might be the perfect site, but if it's got that overhead where there's that limb looks a little shady, that's not the perfect spot, regardless of where it's at.
Yeah, we had an encounter with a limb this last weekend. Luckily, it was just hanging out, and I hit it with the back of the trailer, and so it just bent it. It didn't, there's no harm, no foul. But that is definitely a consideration. You don't want widow makers, and I've got one of those soft roofs also, that you can't walk on,
right?
Which always makes me nervous, because if you can't walk on it, then I probably can't take an impact either.
Right.
Right. So definitely something that that I'm always aware of what's going on around. That, and if you see a tree that's kind of beside you and it's got a pretty healthy lean to it, I don't want that coming through my dinette window either. So
right. Unless you're looking for a new rig, it might be an ulterior. No.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Which I guess there's other ways of doing that, but and my luck, that will be just like everything else. The day after your warranty expires, that's when everything starts going wrong. And I have very little faith in the RV warranty system anyway. So, is it Bob's birthday today?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's Bob's birthday, and we are not singing to him. At least not this group here. And that's for Bob's benefit and everybody else's.
Yes, it is Bob's birthday today. He is.
Well, since I have my
30.
Since I have my crooner mic, happy birthday to you. And that's about all you're getting, Bob. So happy birthday, you old timer. Anyway, good to have you. Hey, if I missed anybody that came into the room, welcome. I know I saw Happy Place Camping came in.
Camper Life's here.
Hey, Aaron.
Yep, Aaron. Michael, Aaron's saying thank you for staying out of the background, or staying out of the. No.
No, I really enjoyed talking to your wife. And I want to thank you.
Well, the problem was I had to get up a couple of times because there's a bowl of candy under the TV that I couldn't get to without having to walk by her. So, and of course, she had the fridge blocked too.
Johnny's Journey, it looks like, is in here. I didn't see her come in. There's another one, Cummins Camping's in here.
Over the Hill RV is in.
Nice. Yes.
Hey.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it's great to see this many folks in the room, and I'm not going to count them. All I'm going to ask is, for everybody that's in the room, if you could do a thumbs up, that'd be really helpful. And I'm gonna absolutely level with you. I don't know what that means. I've absolutely given up on the algorithm. I'm just going to keep doing what we do. Huh?
That was a good plan. Just give up on it.
It will give you gray hairs real quick.
I have never been one. Justin and Christina, good to see you. I have never been one to prescribe to the ignorance is bliss philosophy. But when it comes to YouTube, I'm just dumb as a rock, and I'm happy. I'm happy as clams too. So
the most important thing is for you create content, you create good content, you create content. I mean, you have 30. I think it was Jerry and meant to be Arvanian saying 36 in the room. You don't get if you have like 5-10 in the room consistently, you're not getting enough content that the people like, or you just don't have enough following yet. So just as long as you keep increasing your content quality, your quality of your videos, your quality of your lives, that other stuff will just sort of keep following along with it. It's not that.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you, Rocky. And I think that the number of people that show up on your live stream is a good example of how good your regular, content that you make is. Because if you're making good content, people are going to want to see your live streams as well.
Yeah.
And then you got to have the live streams good. Because I mean, I was on a live stream with an undisclosed channel the other day, so I'm not even going to say what day. But they had close to 2,000 subscribers. And there was 5 people in the room.
Yeah. And if I absolutely have to, I will start picking my toenails. I don't know.
That's one way to get ratings. I mean, they'll get you the thumbs up for sure.
Yeah.
Give me a toenail up. No, it's funny because, and moving away from the weather subject, I guess, and getting into this discussion, which I know the three of us and probably, let's see, the little thing there says 34, probably 30 other people in the chat right now could be having is getting that following. And did Nomadic Hippie come in? Somebody just said hello to him. So good to see you. Yeah, there he is.
JT and DT's Adventures came in too.
You should always say hello to Nomadic Hippie, even if he's not in the room.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, the money makers here.
Nomadic Hippie. This is how I got to get ratings right here.
Yeah.
I just start doing this.
Bob and William, Nomadic Hippie, they're the money makers. They're the money people.
Yeah, Nomadic Hippie, Camper Life, they're all JC Journey came in the room too. Steve Turtle.
Yeah, JC Journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I stepping up the content, and okay, so let's talk about content since nobody wants to talk about weather. I mean, we can't, and this will be my official segue. You can't control the weather because it's going to come whether you like it or not.
Yeah, but I will say this: most full timers chase the weather. As far as the cold and everything goes, that's why Florida is full of RVs right now.
Well, Florida and Arizona, right? Yeah,
right, exactly. But once July rolls around, the campsites here in Florida that are running $80-$90 a night, you'll be able to get for $20 on Passport America.
I have police diaries. I have about 62 hours with
60. I assume that's 60 people watching with 275 hours.
I think that's pretty good. That's a lot of view time.
Yeah,
no, I think it's the other way around.
Oh,
yeah.
60
viewed hours. Okay, that's still not bad.
Yeah, if you get worked up on the watch hours and how many subscribers you have, it sort of inundates your stress level and actually can cause you to not want to keep moving forward. If you think that you're like, I was in somebody's live the other day. They're in like the 5,000-6,000 subscribers,
mm-hmm.
and they were talking. I made a comment about how I look forward to me growing, our channel growing to that size, and they were like, you're even at the size that we're at, we still have dead spots in our, where we don't feel like we're growing. So regardless of whether you're at 50 subscribers, 100 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, you're still you're still going to get those struggles, you know. So focusing on that is going to hurt you so bad. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep making that content and being consistent with it. I think somebody mentioned that up here earlier, that consistency. Come to camp and being consistent and getting videos out is a big key to growing your channel. Consistency is one of YouTube's part of their algorithm. Are you consistently making content that we can put on our on that platform, and are you consistently having somebody watching your videos? So that's huge, you know.
And you're one video away from blowing up. You literally are. You're just one video away from blowing up. And I've seen it on a lot of different channels. They said, yeah, we were like 300 or 400. We put out this one video. Next thing you know, we're over 1,000 subscribers the next day almost. I mean, so you're just that one video away.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that one video. And that's but kind of a tongue-in-cheek comment there, because waiting for that one video means that I have to create that video. Right. And so that's where you start looking at the trends and things like that, because we went about 3 weeks where we were starting to see our views and stuff just go like this. And then we hit a couple videos where everything started, you know, ramping back down again. And a lot of that is kind of a honeymoon period from kind of getting out there, getting on live streams, getting in the community, you know, building those relationships. And then people kind of taper off along the way because they see something and it's just like, you know, I'm not into that, or I'm not into this, or I'm going to give them 2 or 3 minutes of my time and then, you know, and then move away. And that's fine. I do it too. And anybody here is lying if they say they don't do that, or we've done it in the past. So they're, hey there, little girl, what are you doing?
Hi.
He said hello.
Don't let it take over your life either.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Once I started focusing on the content stuff and getting better, and kind of going back to 2 things. Going back to my value proposition, which is helping people to enjoy their RV, right? So, you know, the things that we do, maybe somebody goes, oh, that looks fun, you know, whether it's the cooking stuff or, you know, going out and walking on the beach, you know, the things that we do with our RV other than just go out there and sit in them. And so the value proposition comes in. And then number 2, remembering why we started doing this YouTube thing. And that was to document our journey, right? And invite people to come along with us, you know, which is great. But part of that package is part of my goals was to learn how to use the camera, you know, so trying new things with the camera. And, you know, our last couple of videos, I've been trying to be a little bit more cinematic, you know, and I just discovered how to use the slow-mo thing in my editing software. But to do that, I have to have quality.
Yeah, I still have a steak craving thanks to that video too, Jerry. So.
What's that?
I'm still craving steak thanks to your slow-mo on that video.
Well, wait till Wednesday's video. We did a good, you know, it was raining and I had to, so I like to cook with cast iron cookware, frying pans, Dutch ovens, all that stuff. And the only way to really get them in the condition that you want them is to cook with them. You just got to keep throwing meat in there, you know, or whatever you like to cook. And so we did in my Lodge number 1, which is a 12-inch skillet. So big skillet, still fits on the RV stovetop. But I did a Philly cheesesteak skillet.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't use buns. We just put it in a bowl. Oh my goodness. That entire trailer smelled so good. I mean, I was like, close all the windows. We got to trap this. So,
yeah.
You need some
yeah,
more?
you have to come out our way and actually visit Philly and have a good Philly cheese, good Philly, that original Philly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we used. I got a good cut of ribeye. I had 2.5 pounds of ribeye in that thing. Green peppers, red peppers, onion, and then the recipe called for 1 little spoon of garlic. I did 2, because
You can't have too much garlic.
no, and I don't like vampires, so threw that in there. The best of the Floros. Floros, good to see you.
Hey Jerry, Shelley should have done 3 on the garlic.
What's that? Should have gone 3.
Should have done 3 on the garlic. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wait till you see the video. They were big spoons. So anyway,
Normal's in Philly right now.
and Jen Jewel, and yes, I'm going to put that comment up there. And yes, it was delicious, and she knows because she was eating some of it. And I believe it was Nursing Our Travel Blog said you were heading up into our neck of the woods. Are you camping up this way, or just doing work? Let me know. If you look at some.
Blue Wave's got a good idea. Replace the green peppers with jalapenos, and yeah, I'm with you on that one. Can never too much of the jalapenos.
Chasing Abnormal is in Philly right now. Now that we're talking about Philly cheesesteaks, Chasing Abnormal. If you go to Gino's Steaks, theirs are awesome. Go out there and eat one of their cheesesteaks. It's the best. My favorite. There's Campo's too. They're out on Market Street, but Gino's is on 9th Street. That's one of the more famous ones in the area. So if you get out there, since you're in the area, it's a good suggestion.
That's a good comment you just popped up there, Jerry. That's so true. But I think a lot of people are wanting. They put the content out and they do the best they can from a professional cinematography perspective, because none of us are professionals. Well, none of us are professional cinematographers or videographers. So we do the best we can. And what Shelley and I struggled with when we started off was trying to make that video look professional. And then I finally said, you know what? We're not going to win an Oscar for any of our YouTube videos. So why are we trying to do that? Let's just be ourselves. Let it go how it goes. And since we've made that change, granted our subscriber numbers have gone up, our view time's gone up, everything's gone up since then, because we're just being us instead of trying to, put on some professional, production.
Yeah. Well, I just Googled it while you were talking, Michael. There's 31 million channels on YouTube. 31 million.
I got one of them.
And here, there's 3 of them on the screen. There's a bunch of them in the chat, which is over that way. Yeah. And
wrong way,
so 31 million channels. Yeah, we're not all professionals, right? So a lot of folks are shooting videos with the cell phone, learning cameras and all that stuff. So yeah. That comment is good, because I don't think people are looking. All right, let me phrase it this way. I think people are looking for essentially 3 things on YouTube. They're looking for information, and how many times have I, YouTube something that I was working on and needed a how-to. So they're looking for information. They're looking for communities to belong to, and they're looking for that, that professional, look too. So, in their streaming life. So somewhere we fall into those categories, right? So we're providing information and community. At some point you might hit something, very cinematic, but that's not our bread and butter. Our bread and butter is the information and the community, and then let the professionals deal with the cinematic stuff. Because they don't make up they don't make up the majority, of where we are. So anyway, hey, I don't have my list in front of me, but is there anybody coming up behind me tonight?
I can double check here real quick while you're chatting.
I'll always say if there's nobody scheduled, either Rocky or Slow Momentum will be up after you.
Oh, yeah. Is that? Let's see here. Give me a second.
Should be 8 Eastern.
Well, while Rocky's looking that up, I just got an update. Our new stickers just got shipped, so they're on the way.
Nice. Nice. With your new logo.
With the One Strange Adventure created new logo.
So are you gonna sell your old? Do you have any of your old stickers left over? You should sell them because they're discontinued. They'll be a little higher value. Be hard.
Yeah, they're collector's items now.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a couple on eBay now, and I think the bidding is around $4,500 right now for a single one, something like that.
Dang.
So I think it's my mom that's. I don't know who's the highest bidder, but.
Gotcha. All right, so it's showing the Art of RVing starts February 3rd, and then Justin and Christina starts.
Oh, Justin and Christina's
every other show, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Justin and Christina are coming up next. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just looking at the time, and I want to make sure that we don't step on anybody. So I'm going to go ahead. We can keep talking about this, but I want to throw this week's shout outs. And I don't know that if anybody's paying attention, all of my shout outs, all of my shout outs, other than maybe I think my first week, are all channels that are sitting, underneath 500 subscribers, by and large. They're all small channels. And yeah, you were on there, dude.
I know. I'm kidding. I don't want any more. I don't want any more publicity. You need to plug other people.
Well, you're not getting any this week. So, okay, let's see here. So this is this week's shout outs. And if you have not checked out these channels, please do so. That moves really quick. But Dreaming Out Loud RVing, a great channel, really fun to watch. Wooten's on the Move.
Yes.
I just watched a video of theirs today. They were up at Mount St. Helens, which I could see from our house. And it was funny because part of the title was it kind of blows. Talking about a volcano. And I tell you what, if and I didn't see them in here, but it really does. We've never been up to the interpretive center up at Mount St. Helens, but it is kind of a ripoff. How they kind of nickel and dime you. They charge you $8 just to walk up a path and look at the side of the volcano that blew out, where we took Boy Scouts for nothing and climbed to the top. So, And then the last one is Older and Wiser. Really enjoy their channel. Great couple. They are a little older. They're a little wiser, but they're a small but emerging channel. And just kind of want to shout them out. They don't always come in to the live streams and the chats and whatnot, but three channels.
I can add to that too. We just had them on last night. They came up when Slow Momentum had some VJ. They weren't feeling too well, and we had Older and Wiser up on our stream. And very cool family. Very cool family. If you're
that was a good talk.
Yeah, if you're interested in drones, she's a photographer and he's got his pilot license for the drones and stuff. That's a good combination there.
Yeah,
Hey Jerry, we can't find Wooten's on the Move.
I'm friends with him.
Drop a link.
Yeah, hold on, I'll find it right now.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up. You guys talk for a sec.
Here, I got it for you. Go
Oh, you got it?
Anything. Yeah. We've been friends with them since we started. I found them back in September, and they're just a cool family, super cool family.
Well, I was in the Army with a guy named Wooten.
Okay.
And when I saw, I was just kind of surfing one night through YouTube, and I saw their channel. This had to be a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, and I thought this can't be that guy, and so I clicked on it, and it wasn't. It wasn't them, but I subscribed to them a while back, and
they are awesome. I mean, they even lived in yurts off grid for a while. Like they just have a really cool backstory to them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Here you go. There's their link for. I think I can add that in there.
Mark,
did it show up for you?
I
don't think I'm a moderator on your channel, so I might not actually be able to do that.
All right, hold on a sec. I'll pull it up because I'll just find them real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
It's spelled WOOTTENS.
Yeah. I'm
Two
just going to
Ts.
look at
That's
my.
right.
Yeah. 2 O's and 2 T's. Yep.
I should have put all three, links for all these.
And
you know what's funny? You could screw up spelling on Google and it finds it anyway. You screw up on YouTube and it's like, nope, it doesn't exist. Sorry.
Yeah. And his channel is slightly different than a lot of the channels out there in the fact that he hasn't really been focusing on growing and monetizing. I think it's more just that record for the family of places where they've been, where they're going, and stuff like that. So they haven't really it's just a really cool channel because they aren't focused on that. They're just, that's their sole purpose, is just to record and put some, have that story for their lives. And so it's pretty cool, pretty cool thing. And I don't want to fast forward anything, but we've been in pretty good conversation, and you may or may not see them in one or two of our videos down the road.
Oh,
just saying. Just saying.
Did you put the link up there? Because I'm looking for them right now.
Well, I did, but you don't have me as a moderator, so I can't post links.
Yeah, Shelly's trying to get the links and get them posted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why am I not?
Part of our beings in here. Hello. They want our T-shirt, which we just picked up today. But I still need his address, so you need to send me your address if you want me to mail you the T-shirt. If not, I'm sending it to Rocky. So hurry up.
And it's an extra large too, isn't it?
Yep, they're all extra large.
Perfect fit.
See, there, I'm holding it up because I'm not going to show you.
It looks pretty good. That's a nice design on there.
If you want somebody to help you to redesign a logo, One Strange Adventures, One Stop Shopping. He was awesome.
Okay, I found it. Here it is.
There we go. Shelly's dropping some links.
I got all.
Oh, you already put it in there?
I did.
All right. Well, now it's in twice.
Streaming.
Okay, there you go.
It took me a second to find it, but yeah, they're a good channel. But hey, they're all good. Dreaming Out Loud, RVing is great, and again, Older and Wiser is another really good channel. They talk about good content. They all have good content, and it keeps you coming back. Kind of like the art of RVing. It keeps me coming back just to see who he's going to make fun of next. But there's a lot of really, really great folks out there, and the reason that we decided to go live was so that we could have these kind of chats and whatnot. So anyway.
Yeah.
What else you guys got? Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah,
what I got? Well, Art of RVing replied to me. Yes, you did email me, but you didn't put your address in the email, so I can't mail you the shirt without your mailing address.
He's talking about mail, not email.
Yeah, I can mail it. I can email you the shirt, but I don't. it's too big for the attachment size.
No, that's just hey, email it to him and make him print it out.
Hey, there you go.
And then put those little tabs, like
Yeah, like the paper dolls. Yeah.
Hey, bad idea.
Yeah.
That's his size.
We might have to do that.
Just well, there you go. And
That's
yes, MJ, so many nice people out there in the community.
Yeah.
But there you go, Michael. He said just email it to me.
Okay, I'll just email it. Yeah, Jerry, to answer your question, though, sorry, I'm having a side conversation here. But what we got coming up, I guess I'm going to be shooting a video tomorrow about how to fix if you have a black tank with the flush valve and it's not working, how to fix it, because that's what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah, he's got a crappy job tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Well, I started it today, and then I realized, you know what? Maybe I should just be filming my misery here, but I didn't. So we'll just start over tomorrow.
Yeah.
I did have my neighbor come over and say, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Yeah, I got my black tank flush and it is clogged up." He said, "Well, can't help you there." Awesome.
Yeah, so the video that came out yesterday was me repairing, or actually putting in a new 7-pin connector, and which is a super easy job. It takes 10 minutes if you're screwing around. And so I went down to our local RV parts supplier, and I'm not going to mention their name because don't have a love affair with them. And they had one 7-pin connector, and so I grabbed it, got it all hooked up, and it is that short.
They sell them at Walmart
Not
too.
short, huh?
They sell them at Walmart too.
Yeah, they didn't have them at our Walmart. I checked. And so we hit the road Friday morning, and I had to go get an extension for it. Well, the extension came in 8-foot lengths. So I needed
one extreme to the other.
I had that much and an 8-foot extension. So I wrapped it around one of my gas tanks and got it working. But anyway, that didn't end up on the video because the video ended after, I plugged it in. Well, when I plugged it into my truck, I kind of just backed it up. I didn't my hitch on or any of that. And it fit perfect until I hooked everything up. It was an easy fix, and I'm gonna actually make an extension because I saved the one that was broke, and all I got to do is put the female plug on, and on one end, and then I could make myself a little 2-foot extension, and then I have when and if we ever get a 5th wheel, then I have one that goes from the king down to the truck, which is what that extension's designed for. But it's not going to go to waste. I'm gonna save it. But anyway, hey,
so when are you planning on getting a 5th wheel?
When am I?
Give me a time.
I don't know. It's on our. We don't have one.
Yeah.
We're
gonna save this piece because this is me. I do the same thing. You're going to save this piece somewhere in your garage or shed for years, and then when you need it, you'll have no idea where it's at. Right?
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah.
You need to watch This Nomadic's Idea, and he can't see me. Okay, here you go. This Nomadic Idea put out a video today about what you don't need to hold on to.
I watched
Don't
it.
need.
Yeah. So I try to listen to it because it's good knowledge.
And it's funny you said that because our goal for 2020 is to downsize. Not that we're going anywhere, but we just have too much crap. The 6-month rule. And what we kind of decided, in fact, we had this conversation this weekend, that we do so well in the RV with very minimal stuff. We have a certain amount of pots and we have a certain amount of pans. And we have, we don't have anything that we don't use. And after our first year of RVing, we did that. We pared down. Hey, we haven't touched this in a year. It's gone, and And so we're going to start doing that with our well, we have started doing that with our house, especially since, you know, we don't have, you know, the kids are all older, they're in their mid-20s. You know, we don't have to lug around their crap anymore. And I watched Scott's video today, and yeah, we went and bought all the bins so that we could start sorting and organizing and getting rid of stuff. So yes, that is something. And so maybe that cord will go with a garage sale or something. I don't know. It pisses me off that I had to buy it.
Yeah, you spent time overseas, right?
Yeah.
Everybody had a small house overseas. You probably had a small house when you lived overseas, didn't you? It's just this country. We think 2,000 square feet is a small place for a family of 3. But I grew up in a tiny house. If you go over to Europe or especially Asia, I mean, some of those homes are probably smaller than the RV I'm sitting in now, and there's a lot more people living in them. We just, we don't need all that stuff.
Yeah. No, and I, you know, I tell you what, if it wasn't for Levi, I really, and I'm not playing the blame game because I love him and I love my kids, and everybody lives within a 5 mile, maybe 10 mile circle. So my folks, Teresa's folks, all of our kids, everybody lives in this circle. And that is what is keeping us planted here. That is exactly what's keeping us planted here. If we could find a way that we could plan around that, we would be full-time right now. Mm-hmm. You know, me being retired and Teresa, you know, being a special needs teacher, we really could travel, and she could pick up her gig, you know, as a sub anywhere, you know, because her skill set. Oh, yeah, they're not like, you know, like the Oregon teachers are all on a certain set of standards. For special needs, that's a national standard.
Yeah.
You know, and so we could easily unload what we have, our sticks and bricks right now. And, you know, and I told her, I said, there is a really nice RV park that's about 3 miles from my front door. And they're seasonals. You know, people just live there, but it's manicured. It's a nice place. I wouldn't say manicured. It's not Disneyland, but it's definitely nice. We can move there and start saving, you know, about $2,000 a month, you know, in just, you know, expenses and, you know, all of that. But, you know, she needs a little bit more convincing, I think. I would go tomorrow. As long as I got my baseball and my banner, I'm fine.
But don't you need to go visit every single MLB park?
What's that?
Don't you need to visit every single Major League Baseball park?
That is on my list.
Sweet. You can't do it sitting at home, buddy. You got to hit the road.
Hit the road,
That's
Jack.
True.
Don't you come
back. In fact,
back
we are spending the 4th of July at Rocky Stadium, Coors Field in Denver. We'll be there for the 4th of July.
That's awesome.
I'm not a Rocky fan, and I'll be wearing this hat right here, watching the Rockies play the San Francisco Giants. So anyway, hey, listen, we got about 15 seconds before we start stepping on toes. And I know that Justin and Christina are coming up next. So I would really encourage everybody to head on over, do a Happy Place Diaries raid on them. Hey, Rocky, Michael, thank you for sitting in and making this a fun time. And with that, we just hit the hour mark. I want to thank everybody And remember that a happy life starts in a happy place. Find yours. We found ours. Hey, guys, thanks a million. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right. We're out.
Bye.